Hello, everyone. Today we will be looking at Aurora's aviation security system. Aurora's aviation security system is a privatized system where you have a whole bunch of companies competing. The idea is that they're going to compete with each other for better customer service and much more effectiveness as well to gain the contract. So we're going to look at Aurora Sky Guard specifically today. Aurora Sky Guard is endorsed by the national government of Aurora. They're not the only one, but they're the top security provider. They provide transportation security when hired, of course, because they're a company. Although they're government-owned, there's still a separation between them and the government. Aurora Sky Guard is owned partially by the government through shares, but the government does not issue them subsidies. The government does hire them once in a while and awards contracts for security solutions in places where the government may not be as efficient in providing security, because the government just gets things done. That's the purpose. It doesn't guarantee quality of service. It just ensures it gets done. Therefore, private companies can go bankrupt, which can lead to disruptions in service, but the government will always be there to provide services. But in some cases, we need really good services, excellent quality services to guarantee safety of certain facilities like aviation facilities, maybe courthouses too, our railway companies as well. Private companies and government work in different ways. Aurora Sky Guard separation from the government includes the option for them to pay employees differently based on their experience and how they perform, not based on seniority. It's a merit-based system, basically. Aurora Sky Guard believes that each traveler should be treated differently based on their risk factors. Aurora Sky Guard will not release the risk factors that is determined in the whole security system. Aurora Sky Guard believes in working with the airport staff, airline staff, and of course with passengers if possible, because everyone can contribute to the safety of the airline and the flight, as well as the airport too. If passengers see something suspicious, they're encouraged to communicate with aviation staff. If ticketing agents know something suspicious about travel history, they're encouraged to contact the security staff. If airport staff notices something suspicious, they're encouraged to do the same thing too. This airline staff is supposed to look for stuff that just doesn't seem normal. For example, if someone were to check in for a long-haul flight with no checked bags, they should be talked to by security staff and asked more about the travel history, the reason for travel, because this seems really weird in that kind of case. So we're supposed to look for the abnormalities, because there's going to be all these little cues that you can detect to see if someone's actually planning something or they're just a legitimate traveler. Like, most of the people are just regular travelers just trying to get to where they're going, while some people just have the malicious intent. The goal here is to try to find the people with the malicious intent, and although they're a minority of the people, and try to stop them. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Of course, you need to know what to look for too. Although it can be hard to find just the 1% while treating everyone 99% right, you gotta try to be polite as well with services. Training is very important. Aurora Sky Guard believes in using training to catch the person, because objects will change. As we've seen throughout history, objects always change, but intent will always stay the same. So therefore, if you can try to find intent, you can stop the attack, or even prevent it. Cooperation is very important in this. Aurora Sky Guard does have supervisors at the airport that constantly talks with intelligence services and other government agencies about possible risk levels, assessing travelers, looking at prior travel history, So Aurora Sky Guard encourages passengers to use passports as identification at airports. Aurora Sky Guard will incentivize this more by implementing passport e-gates and trying to expand the program more. That way, passengers can breeze through security quicker with passports. And passports can tell a lot about the person, too. If it's new, they can take that into account as well when assessing the threat level. They can talk about past vacations, if it's first travel. They can talk about stuff going on in life, just friendly conversations, and try to use that as an indicator. Training can do a lot. So officers are trained with psychology because that's very crucial. Over here, we have the risk level stickers system. We have blue, very low threat. Green, low threat. You might need to pay some attention to them. Yellow, moderate threat. Normal attention. Orange, high threat. High threat is you just need to pay more attention to them. Red, you should pay a lot of attention to them. They're very high threat. The color system is very helpful in helping to give people a really great time of security, as well as providing security. Because some travelers need more attention than others when you're trying to catch the small minority of people that are trying to cause the problems. Because then again, most travelers are just normal travelers. Most of the people boarding the planes are normal people just trying to get to where their destination is. For vacation, work, and lots of other stuff. Aurora Sky Guard has the idea of using interviews as well. We've taken that from other systems too. The system was not created by scratch. It was created based on stuff that actually worked. That we've seen from other countries. They believe in using interviews and psychological indicators. Therefore, Aurora Sky Guard employs officers that just roams around the check-in area and the curb drop-off area talking to people, as well as sometimes actually doing the check-in process and talking to people to find out more about what's going on in their life, to find out if they're a threat or not, all this stuff. And of course, since we're a private company, the goal is to earn money and provide a high quality of service and security to all passengers in the most cost-effective way as well. And the Republic of Aurora has some airlines with some interesting philosophies and some stories as well. We have two airlines, North Aurora Airlines, or also Northern Aurora Airlines. They also provide lots of security services to Aurora government as well. They also have a contract with the Aurora Customs Department to provide security for people in the Republic of Aurora by filtering out threats at the border. So we're going to look at some of the subpages now. Then again, Aurora Sky Guard is a private company, so therefore they need to provide good customer service as well as effective security to stay in business. Therefore, the company understands that people lose things while traveling too, and the company believes that operating a lost and found is crucial to helping people have a great travel experience as well, because some people might just forget things at checkpoint because they're in a rush. And Aurora Sky Guard has the intention to try to return the objects to the owner. Because just because you're traveling doesn't mean you should lose something just because you lost it. You should have a chance of reclaiming it. That's the philosophy here. Aurora Sky Guard also knows that we have to cater to disabilities as well. Disabilities is kind of a sensitive thing for the company as well. So they make individual accommodations to better suit the person with a disability. Because different disabilities have different effects on the person. Like you don't treat a person with a mental disability the same as a person with a physical disability. Or vice versa. So it's very important to actually figure out the disability first, then make a plan of action to work with the person with a disability better. It's very important to provide security as well as have good customer service for a private company. And for questions and comments, because for Aurora Sky Guard's philosophy, Policies can differ little by little at the airport, and certain policies may be different based on where you're traveling as well. Based on like your visa things that they might want to confirm as well to make sure you actually have intention of going there. So that would vary based on airport specifically. Mostly things just vary based on airport. Like during winter months in certain airports, there might be snow, so Aurora Sky Guard will try to better cope with the snow. Because providing security at the airport is just not screening, not just all at screening. You have to actually look around the airport too to look for suspicious activity, identify suspicious behavior. So you can't treat people same in a warm environment as in a cold environment. So things do have to change little by little. During winter and holiday seasons, there might be a little more emphasis for speed as well. So therefore policies will change. And there'll be less random searches and questioning. Again, customer service has to suit the passenger and the airline, and of course provide security, which is very important. Aurora Sky Guard believes in actually looking at travelers' posts online too, and filtering out ones that might be of interest to Aurora Sky Guard, and that could be used to award a threat level as well. There's also lots of other checks that they will do before the passenger arrives at the airport, and probably request travel histories from other airlines and look up criminal records. Their airports are heavily monitored by Aurora Sky Guard because that is very important for security to identify possible suspicious behavior or the indicators that could prove that someone's up to something. So there's certain places where you have to emphasize security, and other places you don't need to have that much monitoring, but certain areas are pretty important to monitor. Of course, there's always the need to feel safe too, so Aurora Sky Guard will offer additional screenings if necessary, or if the airline wants to, they can opt in as well for an extra charge. Other companies might provide the extra screening service, so therefore Aurora Sky Guard believes it'll be best to work with the other companies as well and cooperate with them to better catch the threat, to better stop threats and other things that might occur because of the intent of malicious people's malicious intent. Of course, Aurora Sky Guard uses stickers too, but in some cases, people might try to remove the stickers, despite it being not allowed. So therefore, we would actually use print on a color block in place of the sticker. The removal of the sticker shows non-compliance. Therefore, the company has to take punitive action against people for non-compliance of security procedures. Of course, all passengers should have a sticker by the time they get to a checkpoint. That's the goal of it. At checkpoint, they use numerous technologies, but it's more psychological to identify threats. All these cues, identify people are lying to you, all this stuff. It's very important to use psychological indicators according to Aurora Sky Guard's idea. Aurora Sky Guard has learned about psychological indicators by looking at other systems as well and how they work and how effective psychology can be as a tool for security. Because you can identify intent which can help stop the attack. Of course, one of the most memorable things about security is restricted items. Items banned as carry-on, items completely banned, allowed as checked baggage. We believe about keeping it simple so we don't confuse passengers. In the Republic of Aurora ideology, we believe in keeping things simple if possible. Because no one likes reading long articles. People would just rather have it short to the point. And of course, our travel tips and updates. Travel tips help people have much more pleasant time at security at the same time while boosting security and enhancing the airport experience. The Republic of Aurora is a micronation. So here is something on micronations. Pause the video if you need to look at this if you want. if you want to.